you become part of it. A reminder tonight why you should only call for help when you really need it. Brand new information on the reported SWAT situation we had as live breaking news tonight at 6. Also, remember 2 weeks ago when the Doña County manager served the sheriff with papers after he took over the jail? I'll tell you what happened in court today.
It's not going away. It actually inspires you.
It's a passionate thing for a lot of the residents here because they were part of creating the city.
Well, the city of Southern Park, New Mexico will stay a city, at least for the time being. ABC 7 speaking with residents who say their fight to get rid of the city government will continue. And it's one of the busiest travel weeks of the year. A few delays at El Paso International today, but ABC 7 now looking at who is checking the workers who check you and your luggage. Hey, Star Wars fans, they tell us what they think of the new movie. Did it really live up to all the hype? And Nicole, our viewers, so nice to us, showing us some love on the picture of you and I as Luke and Leia.
I cannot wait to see that picture again, Bob. But I'm tracking big changes to the forecast. I'll let you know if it will affect Christmas. That's coming up in Storm Track Weather.
I think it was me and you, not you and I, if any English teachers are watching tonight. Hey, it's all next on ABC 7 at 9. Starts right now.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC 7 at 9 on the El Paso Las Cruces CW.
Hello, everybody. This is ABC 7 at 9 on the CW. I'm Bob Harp. Your top stories coming up in just a little bit. First, though, let's get to Storm Tracker Nicole Gomez. You have a preview of the weekend forecast. It's Friday. Yeah.
I sure do. And it was a nice Friday. Our temperatures today across the borderland were in the 50s. So if you like today's weather, you're going to love the weekend. But I will tell you, the winds will pick up. I'll talk about those details and what you can expect for the weekend coming up in just a few minutes. Bob?
All right, looking good. Thanks so much, Nicole. Appreciate that. Developing now. Let's get to that brand new information on what was thought to be a SWAT situation in Northeast El Paso. Well, the SWAT team was out there. Now, we brought you a live report at 6 from the 4500 block of Arlen, right by the bowling alley out in Northeast El Paso. Well, here's what police told our crew on the scene in the last few hours. We have learned that, according to police, a woman called 911 saying that a man pulled a gun on her and then held her hostage, but she was able to get away and escaped and called for help. Turns out police say no one even lives at the home where she says it happened, and the whole thing was bogus, a false police report. Now, the woman was arrested on the spot and charged with filing a false police report. So the good news is that there was no danger in that area. From our New Mexico mobile newsroom tonight, this was the scene in Las Cruces back on December 8th when the sheriff, KVIA, was holding a news conference saying he had taken over the county jail. Then, out of nowhere, the county manager, Julia Brown, served him with an injunction saying he had no right to do it. That set up a court date for today. Well, new tonight, we have learned that Sheriff Vigil was given more time to make his case. As we've reported, jail administrator Chris Borrella was arrested on suspicion of embezzlement and other charges, including fraud. Sheriff Vigil took over the jail immediately, saying he wanted to maintain safety, but the county said he had no authority. Sheriff Vigil asked for a continuance because he did not have an attorney. Remember, his attorney pulled out, and the county did not offer legal assistance. Well, the hearing was moved to January 27th to give the sheriff more time. Well, did you hear this one? The city of Southern Park will stay a city.
Well, they're in their right to do so. So it is under state statute that no one can take that away from them. But I do say that if these people can focus all that negative energy to bringing down the city into doing something positive, I think we can move a lot faster and a lot further into our future.
Disincorporation is positive energy. It's not negative energy. It's people are taking control, and they can sit there all they want and pretend like it's not happening. But you had 25% in 60 days, 25% of your voters are voting against you and do want to shut the government down.
Well, efforts to disincorporate the city a little more than 30 years after it was created have failed. ABC 7 confirmed those behind the push were just 13 signatures short of sending the issue to the voters. This story also comes from our New Mexico mobile newsroom. Now, the group had until Sunday to collect 25% of registered voters, and they had to submit those by this afternoon. There were about 1,165 signatures they needed. Now, the group says they counted them this week and decided not to turn in that petition. Had they been successful, it would have allowed them to move forward with a special election where voters would decide whether or not to dissolve the city. Petitioners we spoke with say their fight is not over.
It's not going away. It actually inspires you, right? When you're only 13 off, it sounds like 13's an unlucky number, but it's actually very inspiring.
You're talking about a city that's a little more than 30 years old. People that helped create the city from the very beginning are still here. And that's why it's a passionate thing for a lot of the residents here, is because they were a part of creating the city.
But we do know the group that wants to dissolve the government has about 2 months to gather more signatures and then turn that petition into the county. We'll keep you updated. Meantime, we have some new information tonight on a school bus driver accused of raping a teen girl that he met while driving her to school on his school bus. 26-year-old Darian Pete was formally charged with 2 counts of sexual penetration of a minor. He allegedly met the 15-year-old this past summer. Pete faces 3 years in prison and, if convicted, would have to register as a sex offender. We also have learned a man killed when he drove a pickup truck into a pole yesterday morning on Montana near Zaragoza. We learned what his name is from the sheriff's office. They say 47-year-old Nabor Gutierrez was his name. And our video shows the truck was wrapped around that utility pole, and we were told that Gutierrez ended up dying at the hospital. A live look tonight at traffic with our TxDOT traffic cameras. Here's a shot of I-10 and Copia in the heart of the city. Looks pretty good. Traffic flowing, Nicole, in both directions on a Friday night. So if anybody's out headed to the clubs or anything like that. Nicole, is that you? Are you going to the clubs tonight?
I'm going to bed.
Okay, I'm just checking. Hey, we'll get your forecast in 1 second, but we do want to let you know Christmas, as you know already, is next week, but airport traffic is picking up as well. So expect a busy week ahead there. Today on ABC 7 at 5, we told you about the latest out of El Paso International, where more workers are on hand and extra parking spaces are now being made available. Well, we've also reported this. The Transportation Security Administration, or the TSA, has been spending billions of dollars every year to keep all of us safe when flying. But what about those doing the screenings and other airport employees? Who is watching them? Since an airport employee in Atlanta was charged with smuggling guns onto flights last year, the Homeland Security Department evaluated its airport employee access control and then made 28 recommendations. The TSA is implementing 5 of them immediately. They include more criminal background checks, screening all employees who travel, have random employee screenings throughout a day, create an anonymous tip line for employees to report coworkers, and a promotional campaign aimed at improving employee awareness of their surroundings. Well, passengers we spoke with at El Paso International today say they're okay with those.
Yeah, how we've been treated fair and safety first.
I'm very grateful that they're keeping us safe.
This is our second flight for the day, and we feel very safe.
And it's not been a headache at all.
So the TSA only taking 5 of the 28 recommendations to increase security. That means 23 suggestions will not be implemented, at least not yet. We have a full list of those 28 recommendations given to the TSA. You can read it for yourself at KVIA.com. Just find that story in the top story section. Among those not implemented just yet, creating a national database of TSA employees who've had their credentials revoked, and the TSA beefing up patrol of social media to look for any suspicious behavior or threats. Also, while you're on our website, if you click the travel icon, which you'll find at the top of our homepage now, you will find information from airports all over the country. So if you or anybody you know is flying in or out of town, that's the place to go. And you'll also have road conditions for Texas and New Mexico if you're driving to your location. And remember, if you are the one traveling, download this app, the ABC 7 app. It goes everywhere you go, and your smartphone as well. You just download it from the Apple or the Android App Store, and it's free. All you have to do is search for KVIA.com. We are mandated to have that, Nicole, as employees of ABC 7, so we're in the know. I have to say, it's a pretty handy app.
It is, especially when we have crazy weather going on. And even if there's not crazy weather going on, you can check your temperatures and you can get your news throughout the day. But before we talk about your forecast and how nice it was today, I want to remind you that Monday is the last day for you to drop your cans off, your donations, to the ABC 7 12 Days of Christmas Canned Food Drive. And of course, you can drop them off here at the studio or Crawford Buick GMC. But again, it was nice today. Powell Elementary School, northeast side of town, 55 degrees with the high today. Down in Presa, at Presa Elementary School, 60 degrees, and Valley View Middle School, 64. was the high today. Now, clouds and radar showing us that we're dry and it's clear out there. So we're in for another nice night tonight. Current temperatures at the airport El Paso were at 43 degrees. Winds out of the north at 9 miles per hour. A little cooler in Las Cruces at 32. So yes, it is cold out there. We are in for another cold night. Tomorrow, clouds will begin tracking into our region. I'll let you know if we're expecting any rain in the forecast. We'll also talk about what you can expect for Christmas week, your holiday week, and if we're expecting any rain. That's coming up in your full forecast. Bob?
All right. Thanks so much, Nicole. We appreciate that. I'm sure you already know it, but we got to remind you that ABC 7 is your source for political news and updates because it's your voice, your vote. One of the Republican presidential hopefuls was in El Paso today. Jeb Bush held a private breakfast fundraiser at the El Paso Club in downtown. Guests included El Pasoans like Rick Francis, Galen Woody Hunt, Josh Hunt, and former State Rep Dee Margo, who spoke to ABC 7 about Bush's visit shortly after.
He talked about health care and what he would do in repeal and replace Obamacare. One of the things he spoke of was, which I agree with from having served in the legislature, was give the states control over Medicaid.
Well, Margo also said Bush spoke about keeping a strong national defense, education, and his differences with the candidates he's up against, including Donald Trump. And in case you missed it, the frontrunner for the Republicans verbally attacked Jeb Bush during Tuesday night's debate.
Well, let's see, I'm at 42 and you're at 3, so far I'm doing better.
Doesn't matter.
So far I'm doing better. You know, you started off over here, Jeb. You're moving over further and further. Pretty soon you're going to be off the end.
This doesn't do.
Yikes. All right. As for the Democrats, Hillary Clinton's campaign manager saying its data was stolen by the Bernie Sanders campaign. It allegedly happened from a system operated by the Democratic National Committee. The Sanders campaign blames the breach on a software firewall glitch and a small group of rogue staffers, one of whom was just fired. In an ABC News Washington Post poll, Clinton maintains a commanding lead over Sanders by 31 percentage points, 59 to 28%. But take a look at this. A different story when it comes to which candidate voters trust. Even with her overall lead, 44% of the Democrats polled say Sanders is more honest and trustworthy. Hillary Clinton got 38%. Tomorrow's debate between the candidates looking for the Democratic nomination for the presidential race. You can see it right here on ABC 7. It begins at 6 o'clock, meaning we will not have a 6 p.m. newscast. The debate is scheduled to run until 9 o'clock. And then stay with us because after the debate, we have a special 1-hour edition of ABC 7 Extra. We are taking a look at the top 7 stories of 2015. News anchor Rick Cabrera is joined by reporter Cindy Ramirez from the El Paso Times. And of course, our Maria Garcia hosts as she always does. That is ABC 7 Extra tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, immediately following the debate. Nicole, you listening to this. What story has our viewers, like Jerry, telling us on my Facebook page, good cameo, Bob and Nicole, and Rick, though, saying to me directly, keep your day job. I guess that's a compliment that I'm good at my day job. Thanks, I guess. Hey, well, he's talking about the first image I made of the two of us as Luke and Leia. I love your face in this one. I couldn't get your hair right. That's not perfect. Rick,
I think it looks pretty good.
It looks pretty good, but the other one looks better. We'll show you in a bit. But Rick, I got to say, I slapped this one together because Nicole was pressuring me. She said, you've got to get that picture online. People need to see it, right? And hey,
I was pressuring you. I was.
I got to say, though, this one, which is the rough draft, already has more than 200 likes on my page.
Really?
Yeah, and the clean, good-looking version has a couple.
Oh.
So people like the rough draft version, I guess.
I think they like Funny Bob. We get to see serious Bob all the time, but I think we all like Funny Bob sometimes.
I try to be a fun guy, you know.
And it's Friday, Bob. Today
Yes.
was beautiful. I'm tracking some changes to the weekend forecast. It was nice and comfortable, but we'll talk about those changes in your full forecast.
Okay, Nicole, I got to call you out on something. What is up with that little elf at the bottom of the screen there?
You don't like him?
I don't know what he's about. What's his story? Who is it? I don't think you're supposed to move that,
bringing
though.
Christmas cheer. No, I'm not. He's bringing Christmas cheer to the Weather Lab.
I guess. Okay, that's got to be something to do with Crystal, right? Hey, well, at least people don't say you look like an elf, Nicole.
No, never. Not once.
Yeah, but I've grown to accept it. I'm Hermie the elf, all grown up. Only I became a newscaster.
Oh, so cute.
Trusted newsman, not the dentist. And I left the North Pole and I never looked back. It's almost Christmas. I had to have fun with this. But Nicole, all my life I've heard, you know, he looked like him, but how about this one? One of our viewers, little Damian James. We see you on the CW tonight because his mom, Michelle Pacha, sent us this picture. As Daniel was heading to Paso Del Elementary School for Elf Day this week. Mom said she just wanted to share some holiday fun.
Oh, he's super cute.
I
don't know. I think he's got you, Bob.
I think he does. Hey, more proof that on ABC 7 at 9 on the CW, you don't just watch the news. You are the news. We'll be right back. Nicole, time to announce our final winner this week of the Andrea Bocelli's new CD, Cinema.
Congratulations to Savannah Morales. She and our 4 other daily winners are now in the running to win our grand prize, a Bluetooth speaker valued at $350. We'll pick the winner on Monday.
And then we will email the winner and let you know. Good luck, everybody. Now, we're all winners maybe when it comes to the weather for the weekend, because you look at the calendar, it's almost Christmas. It was gorgeous today.
It was gorgeous. And Monday is the first day of winter.
So we're kind of finishing out fall with a nice little bang.
A nice little bang.
It was cold last week. All week it was freezing.
Freezing
literally
overnight.
freezing.
And we'll wake up to cold temperatures again, but for the next few days we'll be running above average, but the winds will pick up. There's always a but.
Always a but.
Always a but in the weather department. But it was nice today at the Paso International Airport. We were in the 50s and a little above average. 56 is typically where we're sitting around this time of year. And this morning it was freezing, 25 degrees. Our average low, usually 32. Around the region, 51 was the high in TRC, 54 Las Cruces, and 55 Guadalupe Pass. So I'm sure you're wondering, what does Christmas Day look like? Well, as of now, we are not in for a white Christmas, but a breezy to windy Christmas. Temperatures will reach the 60s on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. It's the day after Christmas that we're keeping a close eye on. We have a very strong storm system that will track into our region, and this is what it looks like as of now. The 2 days after Christmas, we could see snow along the area mountains, areas towards our northwest, and the way it looks now, we could see rainfall for the lower elevations. But we're currently under clear skies, 43 El Paso. We're at 32 degrees in Las Cruces, but notice what it feels like in Las Cruces, 27, and it feels like it's 38 degrees here in El Paso. So if you're stepping out tonight, make sure you bundle up. It will be chilly. Not tracking any rain in the forecast tonight or through your weekend, but the ridge of high pressure that has brought us this very nice weather will track towards the east and allow winds to pick up and allow clouds to track into the region tomorrow. So we'll take a look at the latest future track computer model and talk about those clouds moving in. Currently, here's what it feels like outside. 20 degrees in Silver City, 31 Deming, 36 Ruidoso, and it feels like it's 25 degrees in Alamogordo. So our ABC 7 future track model showing us by tomorrow morning, those clouds are moving in. And this model showing we could possibly see some light rain by Saturday. I don't think we'll see any major downpours, but this model showing very slight rain chances, mainly along the higher elevations, but we can't completely rule out that chance for a shower or two. But Sunday, notice we're dry, and as I mentioned, the winds will pick up because of that shift in that ridge of high pressure. So it looks like we'll see a few clouds on Monday. So we'll see a mix of sun and clouds. Wind speeds currently light in El Paso and Las Cruces, but again, they will pick up this weekend. We could see gusts around 30 miles per hour. We'll get a break from the breezy to windy conditions on Monday, and the winds return to the forecast on Tuesday, and then they're back again on Christmas Day. But this weekend, temperatures running above average. We're at 62 on Saturday, a little warmer on Sunday, but it will be windy. We're at 59 degrees in Las Cruces on Saturday with temperatures in the 60s on Sunday. While you're out and about this weekend, getting some of your Christmas shopping out of the way, make sure you take us with you. Log on to KVIA.com and download our free app that is available for smartphones. We'll drop down to 28 degrees tonight in TRC, 26 Alamogordo, 30 Guadalupe Pass, and 31 degrees Sierra Blanca. Temperatures tomorrow a little warmer. We're in the 60s at the Pass, 58 Alamogordo, 55 TRC, Silver City, and Deming. We're under clear skies tonight, El Paso, but again, it will be another cold night, but nice tomorrow. 62 degrees. We'll be under partly sunny skies as those clouds push into our region. 26 degrees overnight, Las Cruces. Your forecast high tomorrow. We're at 59 degrees. So a nice weekend with the exception of the winds picking up on Sunday. 65 degrees, 62 on Monday. The first day of winter, but our temperatures running above average next week. It will be windy on Tuesday, breezy on Wednesday. Christmas Eve, temperatures are in the 60s. Christmas Day, breezy with 63 as a forecast high. Then that strong storm system moves in next weekend. We'll be right back.
week it has been for you Star Wars fans. The wait finally over, and now you can rest comfortably knowing there is more to come. That is thanks to Disney keeping the series alive.
It's expected to make $3 billion this year. Welcome back to ABC 7 at 9. I'm Nicole Gomez.
And I am Bob Harp, and we are coming to you live from Darth Vader's Death Star. Okay, it's been a very cool week for us. You saw us flying around in the Millennium Falcon the other day.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I picked you up for work. Cruising in that Millennium Falcon.
We had the music going.
I'm bumping that. Hey, well, Star Wars fans here in the borderland, we know you joined the rest of the world for last night's premiere, and you've been waiting for a long, long time.
Back in 2013, Disney bought Lucasfilm and announced it was keeping the series alive. So for 2 years, fans could only wait and wonder what would happen next.
And was the movie worth all the hype? Here's some fans.
Without spoiling the movie, what did you think of it?
Amazing. Everything I expected and more. Nobody will be disappointed. I can guarantee that.
It was awesome, epic. You'll really enjoy it, and there's a lot of great twists that come in there. You really enjoy it. It's a great movie.
Well, everybody I spoke to about the film here at work saying it was so good. How about you?
Same.
Yeah.
I really want to go see it.
I know. I'm not even a Star Wars fan. I think you and I need to go. I was going to say, are you too cool for Jedi school?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I think I want to go to Jedi school.
I think we both need to because we don't know what we're talking about, right?
Yes, and if you follow us on Facebook and Twitter, then you probably saw this picture of Bob that Bob put together last night.
I did. I tried.
Brace yourselves. This is Estella Casas as Princess Leia, Rick as Han Solo, Doppler Dave as Luke Skywalker, and Danny Mata as Chewbacca. I don't know how Danny's going to feel about that.
Actually, he texted me immediately and said, that's hilarious.
Really? He liked it?
But was there another Chewbacca in the bunch? Come on now.
No.
Come on now,
No.
Danny. And I also cleaned up the original picture that I made of the two of us showing you earlier. This is the better version with Nicole smiling, not looking so mad. But should we be smiling with those guns?
I
like
don't
that?
think so. We look a little crazy.
I think we do. Hey, but since I posted that on the page, the original one, the rough draft, has received more than 200 likes on the Bob Harp KVIA TV.
I can only imagine. I'm sure lots of people are laughing at us.
Yeah, they are. Hey, and quickly, we want to get to some of the comments tonight because I know you just can't deal. This is what folks are saying about the pictures.
Alfonso says, you two look great. And Lily says, I can't. Y'all are hilarious. And Luke says, ha ha ha, laughing so hard.
That's our very own Luke Liddon, our sports guy.
Oh.
And Margie saying, love your pictures. Stephen, haha, may the news force be with you. And oh, my friend Mia. Originally from Germany, moved to El Paso, now living in Hawaii, still keeping tabs on me, saying, you know I will screenshot this, LOL.
She's going to hold that over your head for the rest of your life. And thank you for the pictures you sent us from last night's premiere. Check out this from Janet Mendoza. She wrote Darth Maul and an unmasked Jawa.
And we leave you with two more real quick. This from Juan Pineda, who made this of himself, and appreciate that. Look, Rick Barossa, this from a driving school, saying the West Texas Driving Academy bought the whole theater for the class. We'll be right back.
Awesome.
How cool was that?
Beautiful tomorrow. Winds pick up on Sunday. First day of winter. Temperatures will be above average, and it looks like the weather will be nice Christmas Day, but we got a storm system coming next weekend.
Hey, that Death Star is pretty quick. We're back to the studio already. Whew, how good weekend, everybody.
Lightning speed.
Lightning speed.